You're at a party, someone asks what you do, and you answer. They nod, smile, say cool, and the silence stretches. You scan for something, anything that feels real to say, but every phrase that comes to mind feels like a lie by omission. So you ask them the same question back, and the loop continues, and with every exchange, you feel more fraudulent, more exhausted, more certain that something is wrong with you. You leave early, again. You tell yourself you're bad at this, that you're awkward, antisocial, maybe even broken. But what if the problem was never you? What if it's that your brain is built for a kind of connection most conversations aren't offering? That exhaustion you feel after small talk isn't in your head, it's real, and it's been misunderstood for too long. Imagine a high-performance engine designed to run on premium fuel. It can technically run on low-grade gas, but it sputters, overheats, and burns through energy just trying to keep going. Your brain works the same way. Some people are built for light, surface-level exchanges. You're not. Psychologist John Cacioppo identified a trait he called need for cognition, a hunger for complexity, nuance, and depth. If you have it, your mind is constantly searching for substance. It wants to understand how things connect, why they matter, what lies beneath. And small talk offers none of that. It's not that you can't do small talk. You can. You've done it 1,000 times. But every time you do, your brain is running on the wrong fuel. You're expending energy to suppress the questions you actually want to ask, to mirror enthusiasm you don't feel, to perform interest in topics that feel hollow. That's not a social skills problem. That's cognitive complexity meeting shallow water. And the friction between the two is what's been draining you. Here's what's actually happening when you're stuck in those conversations. Think of it like holding your breath underwater. You can do it, but every second costs you, and the longer you stay under, the more desperate you become for air. That cost has a name. Researchers call it self-monitoring in low-authenticity environments. When the conversation lacks substance, you're forced to constantly monitor yourself, your tone, your expressions, your responses, to maintain a performance. And performance is expensive. Daniel Goleman's work on emotional intelligence shows that people with deep cognitive and emotional awareness experience acute dissonance when interactions feel hollow. It's not rudeness, it's not snobbery, it's your brain recognizing a mismatch between what's being said and what could be said. And that gap exhausts you. Psychologist Matthias Mehl ran a study in 2010 that tracked people's conversations over several days. What he found was striking. People who had more deep, substantive conversations reported significantly greater well-being than those who stuck to small talk. It wasn't about being social, it was about being real. So when you avoid shallow conversations, you're not being antisocial, you're being self-protective. You're refusing to spend your energy on interactions that leave you emptier than when you started. And that refusal isn't a flaw, it's wisdom. There's a difference between being shy and being selective. And most people, maybe even you, have been confusing the two your entire life. Shy people fear judgment. They want to connect, but worry they'll be rejected or misunderstood. Selective people don't fear judgment. They crave meaning. They're not avoiding people. They're avoiding emptiness. If you score high on the personality trait called openness to experience, your brain is wired to seek novelty, nuance, complexity. Small talk offers none of these. It's not that you can't do it, it's that your brain is starving in that environment. Take David. He's 34, a software engineer. For years, he dreaded networking events. He felt like a failure because he couldn't work the room the way others did. He'd script conversations in advance, then spend the entire event feeling fake, drained, angry at himself for not being better at this. One day he stopped. He stopped forcing himself to attend every event. Instead, he started hosting small dinners. 4 people, 1 topic, no scripts. And something shifted. The circle got smaller, but the trust got deeper. When the promotion came, it didn't come from the 100 people he'd met at conferences. It came from the 4 he'd let in. You're not bad at socializing. You're allergic to shallow connection. And that allergy isn't a weakness. It's your integrity showing. So go back to that party for a second. You're standing there. Someone asks what you do. The silence stretches. But this time, you recognize it differently. You're not broken. You're not failing. You're just refusing to pretend. And that refusal isn't a flaw. It's the signature of a mind that knows the difference between talking and connecting. You've been carrying this belief that something is wrong with you because surface-level exchanges feel like sandpaper on your nerves. But the truth is simpler and kinder than that. You're built for depth, and depth takes time, trust, and space that most conversations aren't offering. So the next time you leave early or fall quiet or feel that familiar exhaustion, don't apologize. You're not antisocial. You're allergic to interactions that pretend to be connection. And that allergy? It's your integrity showing.